Welcome to Feats and Fables 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons streaming game just for adventurers like you. You can find us all over the internets and also wherever you get your podcasts or bespoke quality videos just by searching for Feats and Fables. If you want to watch us live and chat with us, please do join us Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv, searching for Feats and Fables. Our entire backlog is on our YouTube channel and suitable for viewing. I'm Paige Lightman, your DM, and I'd like to welcome you to Aglarond, a peaceful pastoral nation of half-elves. Our heroes of Aglarond are part of the Foresters. It's an elite group of scouts and rangers charged with defending Aglarond's borders against everything, including undead from the fascist nation of Thay. Currently, our heroes recovered a mythal artifact that once belonged to Aglarond, and it has dragged them into the Feywild and into a conflict with the Shadowfell. Our heroes are trying to find a way to repair a tear between the two planes so they can take the mythal back to Aglarond. Previously on Feats and Fables, the heroes were journeying through the Shadowfell, trying to find the ritual circle, when they decided to run a quick errand for Nobanion, the deity that Belwyn is a paladin of. We'll get back to more of that in a moment. In the meantime, let's meet our heroes. So it begins.
How does technology work?
Oy vey gewalt. So is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead. We're fine. I gave you a thumbs up.
Okay.
We should also cover our technical, like what we've learned technically in the Portlag.
That would be an excellent part of Portlag. First, let's meet our heroes.
Wait. We've learned things?
We have.
Oh,
that's good.
Things. I'm excited to find out.
Thank you. We've experienced terrible things, and others might learn from our terrible experiences.
I mean, yes, we're an excellent example of what not to do in many respects. On to Victor Toussaint, a human eldritch knight fighter played by Ron Frankie.
Yes.
Who's half elf?
No, I'm not half elf. I'm like 3/8 elf.
Oh, well, in Aglarond, that's close enough, right?
Yeah.
3/8
I mean, generally.
Elf, 4/8 rock, 2/8 what was
Crystal.
the other one you just got?
There's some human in there too. Surrounded by undead, perhaps it will be a moot point. We'll have to see.
We have Wildfire, a fire genasi evoker wizard played by Joe Streaky.
Wait, what? Where am I? What's going on?
We have Ross, a lizardfolk Drake Warden Ranger Barbarian, played by Coda of Kodab Games.
Hello, everyone.
We have Malagar, a drow Twilight Cleric, played by Dr. Andrew Wong.
You know, low-key, I actually joined up with this crew because I was trying to get my terrible persistent cough treated, and I'm beginning to think that this pursuit is posing a greater risk to my health than the original problem.
And then we have Belwyn, a dwarven paladin princess played by Ben Heisler.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought the Shadowfell was supposed to be great for curing up your consumption and all that ails you. Hi everybody. I also wanted to mention that we have some exciting news. Not this weekend, but next weekend on the 16th and 17th. That is on Friday and Saturday. You'll be able to find out what Paige and I have been working on for the past 6 months.
6 months.
Which is the G.I. Joe role-playing game. It is a non-5e new system role-playing game. And you will learn all about it, see demos, and hear from some of the other designers on the 16th and 17th. There's a bunch of panels, there's going to be some demos, all kinds of fun stuff. And Coda should be putting that into the chat for the sign-up, which is a Eventbrite, like I said, for the 16th and 17th. So...
Yes, as Kurgosh pointed out, the key is almost certainly to invest in knowledge skills. Ben and I were designers and writers for the G.I. Joe system. We came up with the classes and provided a lot of input into the
Into a wide variety of things, because we're not supposed to talk about what the system may or may not contain yet, Paige.
into a wide variety of things. That's exactly
Cool. I'm going to transition this to the combat screen now.
Well, hang on.
I'm gonna go
Star-
post.
Tom-
I'm gonna go post on Reddit that the GI Joe role-playing game contains classes. I'm gonna get a lot of books for that.
Ooh.
I do also want to throw out that maybe once the adventure actually drops, we should have the two of you talk about your experience working on that.
Sure.
Well, it's not an adventure, it's a whole damn RPG book.
I was going to say,
No shit!
hey,
Yeah.
friends, are we maybe playing an RPG made by our very own Paige and Ben?
What?
I'd be willing to run it. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you should run it.
We will discuss running things.
Yes.
That is all I will
We
promise.
might take a
But yes,
short G.I. Joe break.
when G.I. Joe, the role-playing game, comes out, which I don't think I'm allowed to say when it might come out, but
Yeah, we don't know what the limits are, so we please
There
do
are
not
no
give
limits.
away very quickly.
Non-disclosure agreements on our stream that is recorded for posterity and also legally binding purposes.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to point out we were told that we could say when the event is and that we wrote for it, and that is the limit of what I know that we're supposed to talk about, in addition to a long list of things that we're not supposed to talk about.
Excellent.
I love this. For you dear listeners who are currently in our virtual living room watching us play effectively, please share our stream with your friends. Tell them that this is the stream where actual designers and creators of content are running a game. This is kind of our new elevator pitch, and we're hoping that you will amplify it out there on our behalf.
Run by Annie award-winning Paige Lightman.
Yes.
Run by the folks that provide Bethesda with their role-playing game material.
Whoa!
Paige, try to sound more excited that your stuff was used by Bethesda.
Plagiarized?
Plagiarized. Correct
Plagiarized. It's a more
word.
accurate word.
Freaking
Listen.
stolen.
It was so good that a major corporation stole it.
Yes. Okay, so when we last left our heroes,
I just want to thank everybody for coming with me on this quest. Not that you had much of a choice, but thank you again.
Do you really think that the middle of combat with these things are the right time to be saying that?
I
Well,
don't know if
in the event that things go poorly or Wildfire never shows up, I thought it would be good to mention it.
I don't
Wait
know
a
if
minute.
you've noticed, Ross, but the only damage Belwyn's taken is from falling off that wall.
Gravity's a
Why would
bitch.
things be going poorly? Why would Wildfire not be showing up?
he was here the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is Joe doing a Homer Simpson?
Fade to the bushes. Oh, I should
Yes.
probably show a token, shouldn't I?
I mean, and let him roll initiative, maybe. I don't know.
I
I
a lot of
know.
work.
Yeah. Ugh.
Gross.
I can't wait to see what spell Wildfire cast to help the undead as well.
Ooh,
Yeah,
go
that sounds
on.
good, right?
Make sure you put them on the other side of the wall. I think all of our characters' approach to dealing with the wall problem has been excellent insight into their.
It really
into
reveals
themselves.
so much about us.
So
That
don't
some of us
deny it.
are exploring class abilities for the first time ever.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
Some characters go over the wall. Some characters go under the wall. Some characters take 3 turns to climb the wall.
Some characters just stop on top of the wall.
Yes.
They lie down and hug it. They're
Combat crouch.
Did you want to sort me into the right place?
Now I feel like I need to make
yes.
an early 2000s personality poll, like
Right.
that's like for our viewers to take. Like,
Ooh.
how do you tackle the wall?
I'm just going to come up and say,
Oh,
"You
hey.
are Belwyn, you poor
Uh,
bastard."
Coda, you want to tell the folks about the new thing where they can determine what's going to happen next?
Some of the thing.
No, we're gonna experiment. We'll do some experiments.
Oh, got it.
Y'all may be able to make some predictions. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's a new Twitch toy that I found, and I'm very excited to try it.
Ooh, I'm excited to try
I
it
like
too.
new toys. That's what I'm saying.
But last week, our viewers were very excited to see what flashed before our eyes during our death scenes. So, should make sure that we have our challenges up and that Paige remembers to use her DM inspirations.
Do I have some? Do I have some left?
That is something you need to track, not me.
Yes, I totally do. All right.
I don't know why I just said that. I should have just said no, you don't.
Yes, that would have been the right call.
Right, okay, so I'm going to attack the one that is to the north of me, the shadowy individual that I believe to be the priestess of Nobanion that has lost her way.
Yes, you are sure that is indeed her shade.
Hey! Not only was I guessing, I'm now sure. So I'm going to attack with Nobanion's Fang. And that's dice for you, folks. That's
dice are a whole thing. All right.
So my first shot goes real wide. My second one gets a little better. 23.
Yes. So as you swing the first time, the specter ripples in half to just be where your blade, to not be where your blade is. But the second time, you catch her on the backswing, and she will take an amount
13 points
damage.
of magical piercing damage.
Is that your final answer, or do you have a little something you want to put on that?
I don't generally do somethings unless I crit, and also I've been told that we're going from here to another encounter, so I'm trying to save back on my English, as they say.
Fair enough.
Working that meta.
That said, at the end of my turn, I believe I get a whole bunch of temps from Malgar.
You do. I think it was 14?
I think it was 15, according to the chat log.
Well, the chat log is never wrong.
That's right. The chat log is never wrong. You hear that, chat?
First of all, chat is never wrong. Second, the chat log is never wrong.
All right. Well, I have my 15 temporary hit points. Thank you very much. And that is the end of my turn. I'm quite happy where I am.
Roger that. All right. With that, the Revenant immediately to Belwyn's east swings at you with its greatsword.
Just remember your disadvantage, for I am protected by the Royal Lion. Hey, that'll go wide.
Ugh. All right. Wait, how many of those do I hit?
At least 2.
At least 2. You are quite correct. But that's not going to do it either. Alrighty. After that, Skellington. Which Skellington is that?
What does the ghost symbol, the goat symbology represent?
Goat means greatest of all time, and it is a generic symbol that I use when I need to mark something that good has happened.
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
What happened is that Malagar decided he was going to turn undead on the Shadowfell, and it did not work as planned.
I mean, it sounded like a good idea on paper. I give Malagar full credit.
I mean, when I see undead, my first instinct is to turn them, so...
Yeah.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Hey.
All right, Skellingtons. Right. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3. This one... Oh, yep, that one's fine. Ross, I am...
You provoked from Ross with that movement, though.
I don't think so. I started here.
Okay. No, you didn't. You started here.
Okay,
Started
sure.
directly under Victor.
That's fine.
Excellent. I will take that.
Nope, they're not going to move. All right.
You still provoke for that way. Oh.
This one over here. This one to the south.
Got it. I didn't see the token move. I just saw movements.
I love it.
I'm
It's
just
like a
looking out for
T-Rex.
Ross. I really want Coda to be able to use his class and feat features.
You just want to make sure he gets the appropriate amount of respect.
I don't know about that,
Wow.
but
Why has that one not been used before now? I feel
I've
like...
actually kind of been saving it up. Alrighty, Skeletons. One is gonna try to whack the cloaca at Ross, and I am hyped up.
She's called shotting my cloaca?
1.
Gross. That seems very personal.
Not okay.
Alright. Coda, take the damage from last 2 swings as appropriate. Victor, you have 2 skeletons trying to attack you.
I want to make sure I'm reading this right. It's the
Sure.
19 and the 22?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Victor, yes, 2 swing at you. Unlikely to hit, but here goes.
Ooh, 2 nat ones
Yes.
in a row. Page's dice showed up, y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
Paige,
Nice.
it's good to have your dice back.
No.
Yes. Malagar.
What am I even gonna do? Okay. Stop with your words. Remind me, who is this with the goat symbol on? Oh, sorry, at the lower right-hand corner with the goat symbol on them. Is that one of the?
That's one of the revenants.
That's one of the revenants.
So they're elven, meaty-looking undead. They look like a revenant. I'm not saying that's the stat block they're using because they're not, but they look.
They look like revenants, and they're attacking with great swords.
And
Yep.
Goose is right next to Ross right now, right?
Yep.
And bloodied.
Goose is a friendly.
Bloodied. He is no. She?
She. Goose is a lady.
I am so sorry.
Is Hugin finally talking to you?
Oh, he's been talking to me ever since we started streaming.
Oh, okay.
That was
Of
the
course.
perfect time for a cat to get involved in my life again.
I love it. You know, I Malagar's like, I could get in there, but that seems like a really poor idea if I'm providing all these lovely temporary hit points. So instead, I'm going to sprinkle a little fairy fire in this zone to. Oh my God, my pointer. Where did it even go? To catch those bottom 3 individuals in it. So you could just sort of imagine that with your brains.
Yes, I imagine that with my brains.
I imagine it with my brain.
So we're using it, and if they'll give me dex saves, or actually, does that happen on my turn or their turn?
Right now.
Right now, excellent. How does spell even work?
All right.
They'll give me
so
dex saves.
What is
Revenant,
magic? How
dex
does spell
save.
work?
Oh, that
And
won't do it.
then Skeleton with the goat.
Negative.
And Skeleton sans goat.
Negative. Okay.
Alright, Revenant made it, the Skeletons didn't.
No, all of them did not.
Oh
make it.
no, I totally worked that.
Not with those
Dice! They're magical!
All right, so they're all giving off lots of advantage right now.
Okay, let me get them. That was Fairy Fire, right?
Yarp.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Give
mean-
them the marker of the Fire of Fairy.
I'm pretty sure this will work perfectly, and there's no chance it'll backfire on me like trying to turn undead.
Doesn't seem to have backfired.
Yet.
He's young. Anything
They all-
else there, Malgagar?
No, Malagar is enjoying his position, hugging this this bit of the wall here. It's comfortable.
Yes.
He's kind of lays his cheek down on the stone and be like, "Ooh,
It's nice and cool.
Yes, yes. That's it.
All right. So with that, all right. So the wraith the wraith rears up, and what it does, it has like you can see that the face is sort of like a skeletal lion's.
Gross.
And it is trailing a mane of almost like black whispers of smoke and evil. And it orients on the velvet.
It's pretty fucking metal.
It is pretty fucking metal.
Hardcore.
All right.
That one have a mane.
Why does the Belwyn have a what?
A mane.
I mean, not yet.
That looked pretty cool.
It
Someday.
would. All right. So here is L1. And here is L2.
Ooh, what's this double 23 action going on?
Oof.
All right.
So 23.
Yeah, you do nail me with the 23, so I'll take all 21 points of that.
All right. As the specter hits you, they seem to solidify some and grow visibly more powerful.
Ruh-roh.
There's something about your particular life essence that the specter needs.
It's not good.
I'm just inclined to give any more of that.
I'm glad we brought
You've
Belwin
got-
here.
What they need.
Yes, Belwin is Brondo.
Like, should we
alright.
kill her?
Wildfire.
Got what plants crave? Is that what you got?
Yes.
Good movie reference.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also on the raid's turn, another skeleton shambles to life.
Ooh.
Mm,
I almost forgot that.
Could we turn that off? Is there a switch somewhere?
I think we gotta turn it off on her.
I think it's
Ugh.
murder death.
All right. Well, I move to there, and then I misty step up here.
5, 10, 15,
Well, there we go. There's our fifth wave climbing the wall.
35.
Misty step.
45.
Teleportation.
55, 60. Okay, all you.
All right. So I
Oh, where
I-
were you?
move to here, misty step to here, move to here.
As you misty step into the other space,
Mhm.
as you normally would with casting the spell, normally it's kind of a gray, hazy space that's kind of hard to see anything in. In this case, it is like a black space, and you can feel hands trying to grip you.
Fun. And then I will ask. I'll ask this person here and this person here to both give me reflex saving throws, please.
All right.
I hope dexterity saving throws. Or wait, if it's reflex saving throws, then they don't have
No,
that.
I do mean dexterity
Ooh.
saving throws. I don't know what system we're talking about here. No, it's a
Wildfire, where have you been?
Don't ask me stupid questions. It's
He was
fine.
What?
taking a vacation in 4th edition. Leave him alone.
It was
I love
beautiful.
it. So not one and a nat two.
Nice.
That seems like bad timing.
Like, my one regret about playing online is that I can't take my dice and pinch them over the back fence of our house and onto Spalding Drive. Because
I had to make-
I would have launched some fucking dice today.
Malagar, I had to make some preparations for the ritual. Everything's fine.
We've missed you.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Uh,
Kill
so,
something.
so they both take 6 acid damage.
Got it?
Way to bring the fire. But right. The acid ball.
Well, it still burns. I mean, like, what are you complaining about?
I'm not complaining.
Hmm,
I was saying, way to bring it.
I did. It was beautiful.
He brought it.
I brought it.
It was
good.
brought. This thing is bloodied because of it. See?
I don't recall what that marker is.
That's me.
Alrighty. With that, the Revenant on the kind of northeast side of the board starts to look even more bedraggled. One of their feet kind of drag behind them. Victor.
All right. Victor will square up and strike at the goat-empowered skeleton.
The Godaton. Got it.
Godaton. I'm going to use the...
I've totally lost your token. I don't see it at all.
Victor's right here.
Not on my screen, but that's alright.
Wow, yeah. We're doing that fun thing on Roll20 where not everybody's tokens are showing up for everybody.
Now I see Victor again.
Good.
14 hits and a 24 hits.
Excellent. Well, you can take the first packets of damage.
Type 25, 21. I am super dead.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
Does it
Yay!
require both the down slash and the up slash to get you?
No. You can take one out with the first one and one out with the second one.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Spicy.
All right,
Nice.
and then with my bonus action, I will swing on the Revenant to the northeast of me.
Got
You
it.
sure used that fairy fire good.
Hopefully, it won't expect us. I don't think it matters.
No, your blade clangs off of the armor that they are wearing, which looks kind of like rusty scraps of plate mail.
Yeah, I got that. That fairy fire really makes things easy. And then when I
Doesn't it?
got to do things honestly, well, you see the result.
All right, so now I have another revenant, and this is a Goaty revenant.
He's got so many targets.
2, and then he has been trying to whack Ross upside the head, so I will continue to do so. L1, L2.
Oof.
Oof.
Is that the left-hand side of that, hopefully?
Let me see.
Because currently it says 10, then 20. I hope it's not both of that.
No, it's probably both. Ooh, yeah, no, it's both. On the second packet, it's 46, and I rolled 3 6s.
Okay.
Damn.
That's fun. Well, so much for all of my temporary hit points.
Yeah, I know it, buddy. Like, I just had that problem too.
Ooh, how
You'll
many
get fresh
attempts did I
ones
get?
soon.
How many attempts did I get?
Actually, I should probably re-roll them because it's my turn again. So let me do that thing.
Temps. I like temps.
Everyone does.
Like
big
10.
tits
Yeah,
that
I
cannot
cannot lie.
I didn't mean to click that twice. 13 is your number.
15. Excellent.
All right. So the revenant draws its greatsword back and swings at Ross in a pair of powerful overhand strikes that practically drive you into the flagstones. Okay, that was good fun. And in fact, Ross, it is your turn. How would you answer this insult?
So I imagine that I'm blocking with my longsword. So Paige, I'm going to step to one side and let his longsword or greatsword fall as I counterattack.
Ooh.
So I'm already getting advantage on him, so I don't need to be reckless with this.
No, go ahead and be reckless. It's fine.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What could go wrong?
So I'm going to give you 1 attack, then 2 attacks. 21 and 12.
21 hits.
Excellent. Oh, wait. That was not with advantage. Why did that not? It is shift click, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Should turn it into a plus.
if it doesn't turn into a plus,
Yeah.
it's not going to do the thing.
Yep.
For some reason, it didn't turn into a plus.
Hey, there we go.
And the second one is a 22.
It hits.
All right, so you are taking a packet of 15, and a packet of 10 as I land 2 strikes on him. And as always, that will be accompanied with 6 points of, d6 plus 1 of acid damage, which
This time was 6. You just gotta have confidence in
do that
Goose.
more often.
Yeah. All right.
And then
Let's
for
Goose
my
use.
bonus action, I'm
Oh.
going to say Goose. Hold on, I'm now trying to think of a cool name for this move that we definitely were training the whole time. Beyond
Can y'all hear
Formation 22.
our cats
Yes.
running up and
Yes.
down the hall and
We can hear them
howling?
yowling for sure.
They have
running, not so
opinions.
much.
Okay, I have something for this. Go Draconic Translator, with Ashik, which is high-low. So while I go high, Goose goes low. And
All
right.
tries to bite him.
For the 6 points. Oh.
Nice. So she does clamp her teeth solidly on one of his vambraces, but she's caught on the armor.
I'm sorry, that was a 19, because she also has advantage.
How can you dog?
Fairy fire!
That's true.
Sadly, 19 is just shy.
Oh.
So while she does catch his armor,
Boo.
she does not manage to penetrate it.
Amazing.
Bellowin.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call to Malagar. You know, with your coffin problems, you might want to help out with this here baby. So that way, it might be an expectorant.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I
Cough
cancel-
medicine jokes, baby. I got them.
Should I just cancel the stream now? Is that the
Yeah,
best
no,
option?
no,
That
shut it
seems
all,
like a
shut it
good
all
Okay,
idea.
down.
well, bye everyone.
Cough medicine jokes, baby.
Ben, I cannot not give you inspiration.
All right, well, cool. I'm going to use it on that attack because, gosh darn it.
Monstrous.
Do you want puns, Paige? This is how we get puns.
I mean,
It is.
To be honest, Coda, I am a monster and I do want buns.
All right, so the good news is I'm going to crit you because thanks for a terrible pun. And you sound like you're undead.
I will give you a hint.
Yes.
I'm undead.
All right, so I'm going to do a second level smite. So that's 2d6, 2d8 to start, a d8 because you're undead, and a d8 for being second level, times 2 for 8d8.
Hot.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, so it's going to be 25 on top of the 19 for a total of, math is hard, let's go to the mall, 44.
44.
There you go.
All right. This wraith is definitely looking worse for wear.
Great.
She hisses in anger as your blade slices through her, and as you call down on the power of the deity Nobanion, it lights within her like lightning inside of a thundercloud.
And chat gives us a floating inspiration for it.
It lights up like lightning inside a thundercloud, and she screeches in pain.
Okay, more where that came from. I will make my second attack.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Rolled for the first time. I said I was turning my first attack into my advantage, but we'll keep it the way it is. So 19 does not hit, I believe.
Correct.
Got it. All right, so my bonus action will be to harness divine power. I will call the power of Nobanion and toss away one of these relatively useless channel divinities for another level 2 spell slot that'll turn into a smite.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
So
Go ahead.
Ooh, and I get attempts.
So does Ross.
Ooh.
So does Goose.
How many were those?
13.
13.
13!
13.
As you call upon the power of Nobanion, a fiery beam, almost like a sunbeam, penetrates the clouds and shines on where you are.
Wow.
Let's do this.
Oh shit.
Is that
Last
normal?
time
What
this
is
happened
that?
in the game, I summoned Satan, so let's hope it's not that.
I thought using your channel divinity would like summon a demon or something.
Unpredictable effects.
That's exciting.
Does anyone smell cooking meat?
Actually, that is too far.
Hopefully it's not us.
I mean, we sure are delicious.
There you
They
go.
are delicious.
So, in and around you is a shining beam of light. The undead in that general zip code seem super unhappy about it.
Well, good.
Oh,
All right.
and no one's on fire. I mean, none of us are on fire.
Yet.
The day is young. The day
Side
is young.
effects.
Not that it is immediately necessary, but how visible was this pillar of light from, like, you know, a bigger
Space.
picture?
Pretty visible is the impression I got.
So, Coda, imagine this. You're in a large, dimly lit room. So let's call this like a Stones concert before the lights come up.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, there's a single...
Coda's pretty young. Does he know who the
Sure.
Stones are?
Rolling Stones?
There
Stone
we go.
Temple Pilots, right?
The Stone
Stone
Temple
Temple
Pilots?
Pilots.
I love the Stone Temple Pilots.
You know, I just listened to...
The Queens of the Stone Age? They're my favorite.
Yes. So, Stone Temple Pilot, STP, is doing a reunion tour, and the whole amphitheater is dark and filled with yelling people, but dark, you know. And then all of a sudden, one big orange light comes out on the stage.
It's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that.
I will again repeat. Oh shit.
Alright. I literally typed in bands with this names with Stone in the name, and Rolling Stone, Stone Temple Pilots, and Queen of the Stone Age. That's it.
So we had them all.
Yes.
Right, so this Revenant is having a super bad day.
Just how bad a day is it?
Well, I have advantage, I have disadvantage. I'm just going to try to whack you once, whack you again.
Paige's dice. You're the best.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Plus, you notice that their bodies have been slowly knitting back together each round.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
We totally were noticing that.
By the time they're bloody, I figure you would notice. Nobody's ever asked to
That's
look.
true.
That's right.
Wait,
None
no,
of us have
Paige.
asked if our enemies' bodies have been stitching
Is
themselves
my body
back
slowly knitting itself back together?
It is not.
Okay.
If I declare Victor as my enemy, will it start knitting back together?
Now, there's only one way to find out.
Ooh, Paige, I do feel like I'm gonna need to just say this because you've now made this a thing.
Yeah.
Do I see any cryohydras? I just feel like I should ask.
Technically, the thing was you couldn't see the Hydra if you until you specifically said, "I look in the creek or river for Hydras."
I look in the creek for hydras, Paige.
There's
In the
your creek
immortal
right there.
words of a great American,
Lord.
it looks clear.
Ugh.
We'll have
The
to
worst.
explain in the after show about cryohydras and specifically looking for them.
Yes. All right. So this Revenant swings at Belwyn, and its blade arm seems unsteady for some reason. Malagar.
So this apparent healing effect among them, what do I think is causing it?
So make me a religion, history, nature, one of those check.
Oh, I'll try history, because I wasn't paying attention to some of these other classes. I mean, you know, it's online learning. You just and actually I did poorly there too.
Yeah, you know, they're undead. Sometimes that's a thing that happens.
It's true.
Yes, it is spontaneously. It's actually pretty good being undead because it saves on healthcare.
Yeah, health insurance becomes easy.
Yes. Ugh.
But, you know, loss of bone insurance can be a little more spendy.
Bump.
What would you like to do for the rest of your turn?
So this statue pillar thing.
Yes.
If I can I jump on top? Is it? Does the base occupy that square or the one?
So it is a 15-foot high statue with a tomb going southward from it. The tomb is 5 feet tall. The statue is, well, it was 15 feet tall, but Belwyn knocked the head of it off, so it's only 10 feet tall at the moment.
Right. So if I attempt to stand here, am I on top of it?
You're on top of the tomb, which is 5 feet high.
Yeah, you need to be one further north.
Oh.
Yep.
And if you're standing, let's not make you upside down.
Oh, right, because I was lying down for a while.
Yes.
So if I'm
Assuming a combat crouch.
If I'm standing there, do I have what's within 5 feet of me? Just the
Oh wait, how did you get there? You flied. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes, believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
I keep forgetting.
Yes. Who can it be?
Andrew, I'm going to give you an inspiration point for that because I think you and I are the only people on this podcast old enough to have seen that.
Hey. All right, I'll pass it on to someone else who's missing one.
I'll take it.
You know what?
Take it.
Actually, someone else needs to take it because I'm not gonna roll any combat dice as combat.
I mean, I'll take it since I just blew mine. But
Please do.
I'm just glad that Malagar is not putting on like a
Inspiration die.
nun's habit and flying around with
No. A giant frilly blonde afro would be the correct answer. Sir.
Ooh.
So I can only get I don't know why it's not showing up here when I click these things, but I can only get the two people from here. From my
it looks
perch,
like
I'm
the
assuming.
wraith and the skeleton.
Right, the wraith and the skeleton. Okay, so I will say a little prayer and wave my holy symbol around as is prescribed on this index card labeled Word of Radiance. And they should each give me a con save.
All right, here is der wraith,
Lest they enjoy this kind of damage.
and here is der skeleton.
Well, they're really constitutional. Except, well, no, actually, so the one who has a 17 is not constitutional enough.
Yeah, that's
And
the
will,
wraith.
will enjoy 8 points of radiant type damage. The other one will enjoy, I suppose, half. Since I think that's what happens. Pretty sure.
Sure.
No. No, the save. Okay, no. The one who saves takes none. So.
All right, the wraith shrieks again, and the blue moonlight of Selune blends with the orange kind of sunbeam-looking light, and creates a whole lot of stuff that Melinda don't like.
I mean, we're really layering all of our auras here. It's
Now
like,
Yeah.
it's like a laser show going on
Oons,
in
oons,
this cast.
oons.
You know how like you're playing World of Warcraft and you get randomly spun into some dungeon and they're already in the middle of a boss fight and like all you see is like color and smears on the screen and you're just mashing buttons as fast as you can.
Yeah, definitely like that. But Malaga's healing aura brings the base.
Yes. All right. With that, I'm a wraith and I can't leave because that's not how I roll. But I'm beat the fuck up.
You could just surrender. I mean, save us some trouble.
Nope. I am once again gonna try to get me a bell one. So I
Piece of that princess.
yes. So I normally so I have advantage, but I have disadvantage. So flat rolls 1, 2.
Woo! You're gonna have to try harder than that.
I mean, I rolled an 8. No, I rolled a 7. My rolls are getting better, and an 8.
Yeah, you did.
About
roll.
my highest rolls all night.
Yeah. No, I mean you hit me once, so you've rolled
This is true.
decently once.
Okay, and I'm gonna stay where I am. Wildfire
Do you take anything for still being in the light?
effects are being handled.
What could go wrong?
Everything and nothing.
Hey,
Yeah, pretty
Andrew,
much.
I'm gonna put a flying icon on you so we remember that you are the greatest American hero.
Yes.
Because we don't need a symbol to remember that he's Superfly.
Whoa!
That was
Can
beautiful.
I get a reflex save from the Wraith and the Wraith's buddy there?
All right. I'm gonna make a dexterity save instead. And by Wraith's buddy, do you mean the skeleton or one of the revenants?
The Revenants.
That person, that's a revenant. Okay.
Yep. So I conjure another ball of viscous acid that splashes down on the two of them. On the Wraith and the adjacent enemy to the Wraith.
I have a 12 and a 12.
Nice.
Those will take 5 damage! I roll real good. I roll good dice. Everyone, you should be aware of my real good dice.
Damage is damage.
Bastard wildfire, it's working!
Oh, God. It's so awful.
Like, Joe, cry me a river.
I'm just commiserating, Paige. I'm commiserating.
Fair enough. All right, so your acid splashes over them, but doesn't seem to quite have the sizzle you would expect. Perhaps pH is dry. Victor.
Based on my pattern, the next round should be a 4, so be excited for that.
All right. Since this revenant did me the kindness of stepping up close, I'm going to do it the kindness of putting it out of its misery, hopefully.
Alrighty.
I like this plan.
You can do it.
So taking advantage of Malagar's targeting matricy, I will get one hit, and I really just assume that kills it. So the second swing, I don't.
Your heart's not in it.
Yeah.
It is not dead yet, but it's not far from it.
And Phil just said,
I'm not dead yet.
Wait. So seeing your expectation of death
yes.
on that first hit, Goose is going to add a little something to you.
Goose is the best. Goose
For
is the best.
7 points of acid damage.
Ooh, nice.
As she follows through as you go to lop off its head, she just acids that last little bit.
Mhm.
And with that, the Revenant collapses back
That's
Woohoo!
called teamwork!
with
That
a
is
clatter of armor as it hits the deck, slowly steaming in the night air as Goose's acid starts to eat away at its armor.
Delicious.
Paige, Goose would like to take her free move to come over here and beg for treats from Victor.
I mean,
She
So-
takes a free action to stare expectantly.
I will give her a carrot after the combat is over.
that creature does not want carrots.
Don't
Which is why it's perfect that Victor gives carrots.
Yeah.
don't decide for Goose what she wants.
He's probably the kind of guy that gives out boxes of raisins at Halloween, too.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Or toothbrushes. He gives out toothbrushes at
we'll
Halloween.
table this conversation.
Toothbrushes and little tubes of toothpaste.
I just heard a after game discussion of what does your character give for Halloween. So sounds great to me.
So I do have a question. Does Goose actually do her own damage, or does she do a modifier on my attack?
She does a modifier on your attack.
Okay, that is good. So for the purposes of great weapon fighting, I got that kill. Even though we all know in our hearts that Goose is responsible.
but
But
because
this
you got
emboldens
that
you.
kill, there are indeed repercussions.
But since we are surrounded by undead, I'm going to shamelessly take my bonus action attack, and I will
Ooh.
throw it at that other white, hoping
You
to put 2 on the ground and 1. Oh dear God!
Oh.
You should never try and steal glory from a adorable drake creature.
So as you go to swing on it, Goose just puts a paw on your knee. I mean, not hard, but just puts a paw on your knee. But you know that skeleton is right there too, and you got to whip around and see who that was. Like you're
I
getting
love
big
it.
soul flies at the moment. Big brown soul flies.
Aw.
I mean,
Aw.
like acid green, but you know.
No, she can change them to brown just for this.
All right.
Alrighty, so that was Victor. Ross.
I will take a free action to give Goose a jerky treat. Good girl. And then I will bring the pain on the.
Does she eat Misa's pieces?
Oh yeah, just she'll eat just about anything. She's not picky.
Don't forget your temps, everybody.
Unlike some dogs. Sorry.
Wow!
Wow.
Shade on
Dog
Sam out of
shit.
nowhere.
I think it's against Twitch's
D&D
terms of
a
fair
game
service.
where you can live out
Right?
your fantasies, such as speaking multiple languages, having enough money,
Giving 8 consecutive hours of sleep.
getting 8 consecutive hours, hanging out with friends all day. Like you can fill all kinds of fantasies in D&D, including having a dog that behaves.
Aw.
Behaves. She's just, you give her a carrot and she's going to look at you like you've just given her poison. That's all I'm saying. All right. So I'm going to swing recklessly at that revenant.
Ooh,
'cause
boy.
Actually, I'm going to dance around behind it and try to remove its head from behind.
Ooh.
Yo, snap!
And maybe someday D&D Beyond, there we go, will let me roll a
A crit?
already
Will let
wasted.
you roll a crit?
Well done.
and come on, D&D Beyond, you can do it. A 14 to follow up, but I'll take that crit. So that's going to be 9, 14, 16 and 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm still here.
Jerk.
Yep, I agree. I will tell Goose to attack.
All right.
So she will move in,
This revenant isn't nearly as torn up as the other one was.
and she will hit with a 24 bite.
Yes, she will.
Damn.
And she'll try to remove the ass plate that covers its behind.
All right.
It's
She
points of
manages
acid
to
there.
rip it about halfway off the back.
That's my job. Stop taking my job.
This is the classic scene where it rips off the pants, and you can see that that revenant's wearing heart-shaped underwear.
The shreds of white boxers with little pink hearts on them
Mhm.
are now visible.
That's way better than the copper tone baby wraith I had going on.
Nobody wants to see that bootay. It's rotten. Okay, anything else from Ross?
That's it for me.
Belwyn.
All right, I'm going to use that inspiration that I just ripped out of Malakar's hands to.
Passed willingly.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, who wants them? Like, ah.
You're on my left. I passed it to you.
Yes, I'm going to attack with advantage.
22
Well-
will hit.
22 hits, which is good because it's better than that one I got. So it'll be for 8 points of magical piercing.
Got it.
And my second strike is without advantage, so we'll see where I go there. How about a 5?
It goes kablang. No, it doesn't. It swooshes
It just
right
goes right
through
through.
the wraith's body as the wraith kind of splits its substance to be where your pick is not.
Well,
Gross.
I look at the wraith and I go, it's a rebuilding turn.
Mhm.
And
Anything
that's
else? All right. This revenant is between Ross, Belwyn, Victor, and Goose.
me. You're gonna have a bad time there, buddy.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the guest and honor to ambush. But that's a lot of opportunity attacks should I decide to vacate the field. All right, I know I can't hit Belwyn.
What? Come on, you can totally hit it.
I believe in that revenant. It can if it tries, it can
So
do it.
it has hit Ross a couple of times, so it's going to continue.
I will also remind you that you do currently have advantage to hit me.
No, you did not attack recklessly.
I did.
Yeah, he did on the second one.
Oh, we did on
He
the
did.
second.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'm on it. El uno. El dos.
Do you have advantage to attack Roslo?
I attacked recklessly.
Is there is the sunlight column?
Oh, you're
still-
right. You're right. Ron, inspiration point. Thank you for helping.
Hooray!
Yay!
We'll just do that again. All right, first attack. Second attack.
Okay, I will easily flap both of those out of the way with my sword.
Got it.
Since your butt plate is currently intact, you're impervious.
Unlike
Oh,
some
Malagar, at least.
people.
Malagar.
Solid Dwarven butt plate technology.
Amazing. I hope everyone's taking their temps because
What was your
Well.
roll last turn?
I'm at 13.
Oh, okay.
Make
Yes.
make sure you have them. I'm working real hard here.
Well, see, now that I have temps, the monsters no longer can connect with me.
Right,
I
which is
mean-
perfect.
Exactly.
That means it's working.
Working as
It's
intended.
like having bardic inspiration. Once
Yeah.
you've got a bardic inspiration, we will never fail another skill check.
You're all
It
set.
just guarantees it.
100%. Or if you do, fail it by rolling like a 1. All right. Malagar.
Malagar will hold up his symbol again and sort of whisper, "Super bright," as he casts Word of Radiance.
Solar flare.
Yeah, if everyone will give me a con save who's standing near me.
Is that
Uh,
everyone?
Sort of, well, I mean, like, you know, the baddies. The
Excellent.
bodies.
Con save, you said?
Yes.
Here's the Spectre. Here's
Well-
the Revenant.
They both make it. That's unfortunate. Well, it was
Ew.
not a very powerful Word of Radiance. We'll try a different one next time.
I mean, that 3 damage could have been all the distance between the Wraith and Death.
This is certainly true. Now let's actually also find how many attempts people are winning. Oh, it's not as good this time, but you know.
I killed the skeleton that I had the initiative marker on. They're supposed to be going.
What? What do you mean?
That was
They're
just
supposed to be
good.
just standing there.
That was good strategic play on our part.
Right?
I'll put them back there.
I mean,
Anyway, Malagaz's all done.
All right. The Wraith has. I'm a goat, but I'm in the Sunbeam. I'm a real unhappy person. Here we go. El uno, el dos. All right.
Ooh, ow.
The
Man,
Wraith,
Ross took a lot of damage.
yeah, wow.
the Wraith swings at Belwyn.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The
Damn.
Wraith has not yet attacked anybody but Belwyn. when
Oh,
Belwyn was
cool.
here.
Because, Paige, I've got some bad news for you.
I still get my crit.
No,
No!
not necessarily, because
All
that's
right.
your second swing.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That's going to be 14 points of sentinel damage, which also, I believe, reduces your movement to 0.
Yep, but
Okay.
Just
hasn't moved yet.
Doesn't look like the 14 killed it.
Oh, well.
Well, we tried, and therefore no one can judge us.
I kind of
And
thought it
it's,
might.
Wait a minute. Acid's infusion. Boom! 4 more points of damage.
I'm in good shape.
Aww.
I'm not in good shape, but I'm not dead yet.
I was really excited that like Goose would be, MVP.
Goose the
twice.
Destroyer!
It's a little confusing because it was bloodied at like 50 hit points.
Was it?
Don't try to math it out.
I
Ron.
don't think it was.
Down that path lies
If I
math.
did, then I put it on there wrong.
No, I was just saying words.
Okay. Right, so it's ghostly longsword that is made like out of black smoke and seems to be like dripping trailers of black ink through the air.
Wait, trailers like for Shang-Chi or for like?
No, only for Black Widow.
Whoa!
Oh.
Well done.
Manages to catch Belwyn just at the right space, and the blade phases out of existence for a moment, actually goes through your shield and armor to connect with the bare skin of your left arm,
That's cheating.
in which case you will take 50 points of damage.
Well, so I would, except for the fact that my armor was crafted with my grandmother's love, and that is enough to turn aside your bullshittery. So I'll take 20 points because I'm immune to crits.
Yeah, you are. Nice. You can actually feel the spirit of your grandmother move inside your armor, extending her protective aegis over you.
You feel that love.
I feel
Yeah,
that
'cause,
love.
boy, that would have 50 points of damage would have impressed even Belwyn.
Yeah, that would have been rude. However, I'm wise to your tricks, GM.
Wildfire.
And then I cannot fail to maintain concentration. So
That's good. Well, let's see mathematically if I go down to 4.
I don't know.
Hey! Back up! Need some reflex saves.
Acid's just not your bag.
I don't know. One failed. Both failed.
Both failed. 5 whole damage.
10 points. You gotta
10
spread out that love.
That's me.
Where was the second part of the splash?
The Revenant.
The Revenant has to be adjacent.
Oh, got it. Ooh.
And definitely the Wraith. So,
Yeah. All right, Skellington. Another Skellington. All right. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna just stay there.
You know where to go.
Yes, I'm not super smart. All right, so one skeleton attacking Belwyn. Bang. One attacking Victor. Bang.
Do they get? Well, I guess they miss anyway.
All right, it is Victor's turn.
Yes, I will strike at the Revenant. Goose has shown me where the vulnerable spots are. Apparently, they are located
Below the
Around-
On the butt flap.
below the belt, shall we say?
Nice.
All right, 20 and 27 both hit.
All right, just the first number. So 23 damage
To which
Nice.
one?
to the remaining Revenant.
Got it. 23. Oops. I live!
All right, I'm filled with sadness, but I'll return my blade to the guard position and in my turn.
All right.
And don't forget your temps.
I'm still keeping the instance of 15 that you rolled all those times ago.
Ah, you're so
Not
minty.
for lack of my trying, though.
It's-
All right, so it is Ross's turn.
Well, I still have this elven revenant I've been attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue. I will attack recklessly.
You gotta aim for the. There we go.
24 will.
So that's going to be 15 points of damage.
So that's your final answer.
Plus.
Nope, no, she's already fired. But I will shout out Zara to Goose, indicating that she should continue to attack him from behind. Or to
Ooh,
attack his behind. The translation is a little fuzzy.
how
Right.
saucy. How saucy.
Actually, that. Okay, there we go. Goose the Destroyer.
Excellent.
Yet another.
I use my
Clash.
free action to toss her another mouse jerky treat.
She manages to snatch it out of the air.
Yay.
Excellent.
I was just rolling to see if she was one of those pets that, like, when you throw a treat at him, it just bounces
Just-
off.
I mean,
Uh,
I imagine that if it did, she'd sit there with like her tongue dangling out, just as happy as can be about it.
Yes. Like, I try to throw treats for our cats sometimes, and I literally can bounce them off their skulls. Like,
Especially Munin.
Especially
real
Munin.
bad at that.
bless her heart. Okay, Bellawin.
All right, let's see if I can take her home.
Okay.
Swing one. Nope. Swing two.
Big number, no whammy.
Nope.
Mm.
You're not supposed to curse my dice right as I'm
I
rolling.
said big number, no whammy.
I think you
Is that
still
a
have.
curse?
Mm.
Thus
Yep.
condemning them.
Yes, with your words.
Okay, fine.
Even if they were a former follower of your god, you have to steal your heart.
Anything else from Belwin there?
I have only the love for my deity in my heart as a bonus action. Haha!
Noted. Malagar.
You know what? This time I'm going to try. I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to scream out "Candlelight" as I let cut loose here. If everyone around me will give me a con save, who's not on my team, that'd be
This
great.
is, wait, no, Team Revenant is DD dead.
Oh,
all right.
well,
Yep.
Here is the Spectre with a Constitution save, you said?
yes. Malachi's just clinging to the top of the tomb and just sort of just releasing light in waves.
And
At
then
least it's light.
Skellington
Yeah.
to the south and
Yes.
Skellington to the west.
No, they all fail.
All right.
And earn big money, no whammies. 7 points of radiant damage.
Nice. And the word is good.
The bird is the word.
I said bow bow, bow bow bow. I said bow bow,
right.
bow bow.
With a screech of pain and rage, the specter throws itself at Bowen.
My sword has taken attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I mean that also sounds great.
Ah, I got a 16 hit.
Aw.
All right, so the specter is looking in real bad shape though. Did I roll twice? No, I have another one. Ha
Ooh.
Yes. Very fancy.
The fanciest of temporary hit points.
Mhm.
The fancy feast.
Wildfire.
I will send down a bolt of thunder at the specter.
Thunder!
Thunder.
Thunder!
Oh!
Superlative.
Does a 19 hit?
For whom?
The specter?
Does not.
Aw.
Wompity womp.
Should take the acid.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Skeleton.
Keep dropping that acid.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Or do. We're not your bosses.
10, 15, 25, 35, 45,
A new skeleton has entered the arena.
55, 60.
Hmm.
All right, that's all I can do. The other one is
They all love me so much.
come over here. Claude Ross. This one's that was the one I just got here.
I assume it's all these
here's the
rhythmic light
skeleton
pulses.
trying to claw at Ross, and then 2 at Victor. 1, 2.
Hmm.
All right, take damage as appropriate. Victor.
My turn again. I will treat the skeletons with the contempt they deserve and just walk up here.
All right, that will be 2 attacks of opportunity. Watch them hit. L1, L2.
Oh! Hubris!
Uh,
My name is critical hits.
Wait, does he have disadvantage on that attack?
Fuck, yes.
Ah!
If you want to crit, you're going to have to earn it. I may not have a grandmother, but I do have, I don't know, a shiny pillar of light that's...
Rules.
Ugh. Boo. All right. You think that the skeleton would very nearly hit you, but the light must make its hand tremble at the last moment.
If I was paying any attention to the skeleton, that would have scared me. I would feel really bad if, like, I butt into this, like, one-on-one duel between, the followers and ex-followers of this.
Fuck you! Finish it, you bastard!
All right. All right. So does 22 hit?
Yes. I think you are the first person that has hit the Wraith with a weapon that is not Bellman.
No,
I'm 5.
Ross did before.
Okay, so Ross did before, and Ross saw the same thing. It doesn't look like you do as much damage as you would expect to.
Yeah. Well, if I do any, I'm, every little bit counts.
Yep. Ross.
Well, I'm going to continue to dance around this wraith, coming at it from all the weak spots, moving behind.
Hot dog!
And, of course, we'll be acid infusing that crit.
So you're looking at
Revolution.
16, 20, 30, 3 plus 8 is 40, 1.
Wait, what?
Is that how you read that?
It's the 16 plus the...
Just the 2, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, not the 2 plus the 1.
Yeah.
plus
So
another
that's
4.
30 plus, so it's 38, 40.
Yes.
Hike.
Wait, how do you get from 16, 18 to 40?
So 13 plus 3 is 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
16 plus 40 is 30.
Wait, no. It's just the 2. It's 16 plus.
Oh,
2.
I don't take the 14.
No,
Unlike
no.
your monsters, we don't get all of our damages.
Right.
Gotcha. So, Coda, tell me how much damage there is.
So
I have no idea.
it's
So much
13 plus 3.
salt.
That's 16.
It's a
plus
lot.
The 2 from Rage. That's 18. Plus the 4 from the Acid Infusion. So that's going to be 22. Multiplied by 2. Right?
Well, you should
No,
roll it
just
again
you should need to roll the acid infusion again.
oh, I
and
know.
not take the +1.
And I'm not taking the +1.
So it's another 4.
So it's another 4.
So, total of 25?
26.
Sure.
Yes. thank you.
16 plus 8 plus 2.
All right. Again, not
1
all of
0
it.
plus 1 plus 1.
Oh my god. Ellen, it's your turn. Like, that is how it becomes somebody else's turn.
Before it becomes Belwyn's turn, I'm gonna take my sword and just drive it downward through this thing for a 14.
All right, so something appears to be wrong with the Wraith. It is not particularly moving at this point, but it is still sapient and animated. You
Well,
can see
Goose
its
is
eyes focus on Belwyn.
going to move in to bite it since it's not paying attention. Do I get any sort of bonus for that? Huh?
No, not really.
Aw.
Still composed mostly of smoke.
All right. Well, she'll bite that smoke for 25 acid damage. I'm sorry, for
I was about to say, wait,
acid
what?
damage with a 25 to hit.
For 25. Yeah, like.
Again, not all of that seems to go through.
Rude.
Belwyn.
So it's hanging out, but not really. Like, doing its thing. Like.
Yeah, it seems to be somewhat immobile or something at the moment.
Great.
You can make me some sort of checks to figure that out if you'd like.
I could, or I could just do what I feel is narratively right in my heart, and you can go along with it, or you can tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
But that's okay. Our listeners will know which one's right.
Okay. Like, no pressure, Paige. I'm sure this will be fine.
All right, so Belwyn is going to reach out for the former priestess and say, "Time for you to pass along. So time for you to head back to being a kitten, but that means you know how this has got to go." And then I channel divinity and call on Nobanion to eat her
All right. Excellent.
and consume her soul.
With that, y'all see the bright light condense around Belwyn as she takes the form of a mighty lion whose mane is licking tongues of fire. She is so bright that it is painful to look at her. She leaps onto the smoky figure, taking a huge, meaty somehow bite out of it, and tearing it back and forth, and roars extremely loudly. It's so loud it causes like dust to dance above the stones of the courtyard, and bones nearby to rattle and shake. Within seconds, all of the bones and skeletons and revenants, the corpses just disintegrate into dust, and Belwyn is left standing there with a faint glow flickering about her, but no more fiery aura.
That was awesome. High five.
Holy shit! Why didn't wait?
I'm
Did you do that
afraid.
whole time?
Maybe?
Can you teach Malagar how to channel divinity, please?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It has to happen in your hearts, or I mean, you follow Sune, right? So maybe in your lower bits.
Yes, and some other bodily. We can talk more about this later.
I mean, there's all kinds of ways of worshipping that goddess out here.
I don't
Yes.
understand. If Nobanion had orbital lasers to begin with, why did they need you?
Well, because I'm a focusing component of said, orbital whatsits?
Oh,
You
right.
know.
We're not supposed to speak to the menfolk about those. Forget I said.
No, it's us Jews aren't supposed to speak to you Gentiles about them.
Stupid space lasers.
Excuse
Wait,
me.
so
If I
is
can
this
make
canon?
a drive-by slam at Marjorie Taylor Greene, I am going to
Wait.
hit the
In
gas.
Aglarond, they are lizard folk space lasers. Thank you.
We're not going to do the Jews and lizards vote thing. No, we're
That's
not.
amazing.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not doing
Wait,
that.
are you sure we don't want to do the Jews and gnomes or Jews and goblins?
Nope, we're not doing that either.
Okay,
All
I
right,
was
moving
joking
on.
earlier about
Moving
canceling the
on.
stream. If we keep going down this path, I will just stop the stream and we'll all just go home.
Anyways,
But we're
Ross,
already home.
Joe, I'm already.
Joe is going to turn this stream.
I will turn the stream around.
you will. Ross, don't you mean the light amplification by simulated emission of radiation? Sorry, stimulated. I always get that one mixed up.
I'm not quite sure what y'all are talking about now, but the deed's done, and we could probably head back down to what is it we're supposed to be doing before we run into that angel.
You don't think anybody noticed this, do you?
Oh no, we were very discreet.
Yeah, I mean, the last effect was like approximately 200,000 lumens, so we should GTFO?
Wait,
the
what's a
fuck?
lumen?
It's
Like-
a magical measurement of how bright something is. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Like,
Okay.
should we check the tomb? Maybe there's like stuff in there.
I think we should.
Lefar looks down at his wristwatch that he doesn't own.
Well, that invents a wristwatch so he can look down at it.
Yes.
I just
Do they-
imagine Alfire as a genasi has this like licking flame like around the wrist area that they
Yes.
use to measure time, and it's just like kind of like Hades in Hercules, like have it sprout out, so it's very obvious to everyone.
Yep.
I mean, I could probably pry this lid off of it if that's what we wanted.
I don't think you're strong enough to do that.
Wait a minute, what kind of reverse psychology bullshittery is this?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no reason to do that.
I am looking at Belwyn for permission before I go looting this tomb of her deity.
Yeah,
What?
are we
No,
supposed
like-
to be doing that?
The
Well,
whole
like-
thing was that we were sending off this former priest on an area that had once been consecrated and is no longer such. So if there's any religious relics that we can take back, we should.
All
We
right,
need to,
I will
the
try
goodness.
to remove the lid of this tomb.
I will help you.
So will I.
So will I?
Okay. You. So
I take one terror.
are you just kind of going wham and just flipping the lid right off? Give me a little more.
I mean, yes, we are trying to move quickly.
Yep, we've done the
Okay.
job.
I take the nails of my gauntlets of ogre strength and I just dig them right into that crevice and just and up and over.
Okay, give me a strength check.
A strength check, and I have assistance on this. Yes,
Yeah, from like 3 people, so
excellent. Look at that
Ooh,
27.
that's good.
All right. You flip the lid right off, lands on the other side with a blam and cracks in half.
All right.
That might have been stronger than I intended. But I will look down at my ill-gotten goods now.
Okay, you find a whole bunch of silver coins. That I'm
Ooh,
sure
which are like those are like platinum coins in the Feywild.
They are.
You also find 3 potion vials, which are unlabeled.
Okay, so Ross can carry all the curse loot. None of it's going in the sock.
I mean, I'm picking up the coins because obviously this is from my people, so if somebody's going to get cursed, I'm fairly doubtful that Nobanion's going to curse me for taking stuff that was left behind in an evil worshipper's tomb.
All I'm saying is every story I've ever read starts with you looting a grave, and then everyone dies at the end of the book. Every book I've ever read.
Wait, are you saying you don't want to be in a story?
I would like to give inspiration to Ron for that, because
Ooh,
that
good
was
point.
some fucking whip-crack smart.
Good point. Not in one of those kinds of stories. Ugh.
I can
So
only
so picky.
So repetitive.
I don't hope to die such an honorable death.
From dying to a ghost because you stole all their gold?
The battle would be epic.
No, battle with ghosts are really boring because you can't hurt them with anything.
What? No, we just took out a ghost right here. It was fine.
Well,
It
we
was really
couldn't hurt
hard.
it with anything. Only you and your ghost tiger lion thing could hurt
That's
it.
true.
Well,
you have more
it's
of
the spirit
those?
of nobility, so it's,
Yeah.
Okay, guys, can you guys finish the tomb robbing and we can go?
Tomb
You know,
liberating.
it's
Tomb
the
liberating.
artifact recovery portion of our archaeological expedition.
Okay.
All right, is there no more loot page?
You want to be hunted. Yes, you do. Oh.
Well, apparently we find a cat.
Yeah.
I pet the kitty.
My pet slot is not filled, unlike some other people, so I call dibs.
Yeah, but I'm a
Fair.
ranger.
I'm
I
not
have
giving you
multiple
dibs.
pets.
Ah, damn you and your class abilities.
Look at him remembering our class feature.
All right, so a whole bunch of silver, and
Yes.
by a whole bunch, I mean 453. And they're all different mintings. Like you find a Waterdeep coin in there, and many from different cultures that some of you do not recognize. You find 3 unlabeled potion vials.
That's why we got Ross.
You find a. Hang on, I gotta figure out which color this is.
It'd be funny if we found a mighty pick of Nobanion, but it's like literally the same as the pick of Nobanion you already have.
Yeah, you've
I mean,
got
I have some. We'll at some point we'll discuss what strange, wonderful pick of Nobanion I have because I don't know what this thing does. I thought really hard and it shot a fireball like 5 sessions ago. So
All right. You find a relatively sizable blue sapphire. Like it's practically golf ball sized. It's huge.
Ooh.
And it is carved entirely in magical runes.
That's pretty exciting.
this looks important.
Nice. You find a pair of very thin, technically leather, but it looks more like shed snakeskin gloves.
Oh, now these are. I checked the craftsmanship on them page. Are they as nice as I think they are?
Yeah, like all the stitch work on it is super, super fine. And very tiny.
No child labor laws in the realms.
How did they? Oh, that's ingenious.
Gnome children.
Ross, isn't it strange though for a lizard man to wear snakeskin?
Well, now, strange and actually any laws against it, though. Those are 2 very different things.
I said strange. I didn't say illegal.
I don't understand. Why would that be strange?
I mean, you're both reptilians. I mean, it's. Anyways, just saying.
We are the mighty lizard folk. If any other such serpent thinks that it could be anywhere near as powerful as we are, we would proudly wear its skin to show it otherwise.
That's a really curious form of dominance you all practice. But let's move on. There's other stuff in here.
And then there's a pair of thick adamantine bracelets. They're pretty heavy. And adamantine is a black metal, but that kind of has an oily rainbow of color in it if you look at it just right. And they have mithril-lined runes in them.
Wow, those seem pretty cool.
Additionally, you find a folded-up piece of black silk.
Ooh.
And when you unfold it, you find a shriveled, dried humanoid heart.
Wow, I give kudos to whoever can look at a shriveled heart and be like, that's humanoid.
I mean, it's about the size and shape of a humanoid heart.
Oh, no, it's
Artifacta,
probably not
put it in
that.
real fast.
Malagar can probably do that. Yeah.
Victor, I've meeting many hearts in my time.
Oh, that's
That is
right, Ross.
definitely humanoid.
What kind of heart do I think it is?
Make me a what kind of heart do I think it is check.
You know, we all thought this was a side quest, but here we are winning hearts and minds.
Wait, that's brain.
Malagar, you believe the heart is elven. Specifically
Oh.
elven.
This belonged to an elf who smoked a lot of weed.
You sure it was an elf and not an Eladrin? I mean,
No, definitely an elf, a high elf, not an ladder.
right?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess we'll keep it. We might find the rest bit by bit
All the parts of the Eladrin?
with a high elf. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if we find the rest, it'll be we have the
Yeah.
heart.
Reassemble it,
Mhm.
gain its power.
Or we might not. I mean, either thing could happen, right?
Listen, it was worth it for the look that Joe just.
I'm gonna begin climbing down this outer wall.
That seems like a good choice.
I'll try and swim under it now that there's no time crunch.
That's true.
I will show you all the way.
Oh, I take that back. And you find a jug filled with mercury.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, this is great and or terrible.
Now we know how we're going to defeat a really stupid boss.
Drink this!
But you can't drink that, and then it will come back 5 to 10 years later.
Ah,
You have died of mercury poisoning.
Or maybe sooner? It might
Yeah.
be sooner if it's an entire jug.
Okay. So exciting stuff. What are we doing now?
We should leave really soon. We've probably attracted the
Yes.
attention of everything for miles around.
Guaranteed.
I definitely agree we should not rest. We should move on.
just out of
I
curiosity.
mean, when has Victor ever allowed your sorry asses to rest?
Just out of curiosity, before we came into the Shadowfell,
Mhm. It was the
Yeah.
first time.
Let us have a whole short rest.
just out of curiosity, though, do we still look like Thayan wizards, Joe?
I mean-
Wildfire.
Yeah, that spell lasted quite a long time.
Okay, I was unsure.
It's good to ask since some of us turned into, giant flaming lions and consumed spirits.
Hey, Paige, am I slowly regenerating hit points?
Would you normally slowly be regenerating?
No.
Okay.
All right. So that's a no. No on that? Okay.
Joe Hewitt, who I assume has been looking around, probably on overhead patrol,
Yep.
says there appears to be a large group of undead coming this way. By large, a couple hundred maybe,
What
I
direction?
think we should leave.
from the direction you came from.
Okay.
Maybe rather than fleeing, we should try and bluff it out like we just got here first and we're investigating the phenomenon.
No, how about we just leave?
All right.
All right.
Wait, if they've
so-
got soldiers moving this way, perhaps that will make it easier to sneak into the camp.
Well, the last giant clump of undead we saw weren't anywhere near where we wanted to go anyway. So,
True.
but it's possible they did peel off some from their cohort. We just don't. There's too many undead. We can't tell.
Yeah.
So, Paige, I will try to reorient and kind of make sure that we're heading in the right direction for the center of this effect.
Yep.
Of the
You know exactly which direction to go. You can kind
Great.
of feel it pulling at you. As you head down the forest trail, Malagar and Ross, you smell freshly spilled blood. A lot.
One moment. Before we take off, I do offer a prayer back to the angel that gave us the quest.
Ah,
She said we didn't need to come back and turn it in, but I still wanted to do that. In case you missed it, because you weren't
explain to me what this looks like, please.
Sure. So it's just they're discussing their way back, and The thing that immediately jumped in my head was Graham Chapman kneeling as Arthur at the end of the fight with the Black Knight. Praise be to you, O Lord! And the Black Knight hopping around still at him. Basically, but
D&D, you always picture it's going to look like Lord of the Rings, and yet it inevitably ends up as Monty Python.
But it's still
Where's the
basically
last?
taking a quick knee and calling out to the angel and also to Lord Nobanion that the deed is done and that a just reward has been delivered to a wayward cub this day.
All right. You feel a sense of peace in your heart.
Yay!
Yay!
Behind everybody.
Okay. As you sense this peace in your heart, a perfect clear knowledge comes into your brain of the weapon that you are currently bonded with. You realize that an angel, a powerful celestial, is slumbering within it. And it
who's a
is
sleepy kitty?
it is not fully awake yet.
I rub my Warpick's belly.
You believe that your war pick is +1.
Well, I hope it wasn't. It was +2, so if it
I mean,
fell asleep-
Take that, celestial blessing. It's a trial of Nobanion.
Yes. It's +2. You can speak to any catkin. The larger they are, the more likely they are to be responsive to you. And as a reaction, when you are hit by a melee attack, you can make a melee attack with advantage against the attacker. You can't use this property again until you finish a short or long rest.
Hey, Ron,
You think in the future, fireballs will be a thing you might be able to do
on the reg.
on the reg.
Yeah.
You got to build up to those fireballs.
So those short rests, say, Ron.
Well, let's get away from. I mean, if you guys don't want to try and bluff it out, which is probably a good plan.
Yeah,
'cause there
no.
might be-
I'm 100% about pushing on and following the thing. I just wanted to have a brief character moment since it was my second.
Because they might be unmanned undead, that there's no bluffing. They're just going to kill everything on the site. So
Yeah. All right. So, but before I was so crude and meaning as to interrupt the play, you mentioned that a couple of us noticed lots of fresh blood.
Yes.
You smell freshly spilled blood ahead of you somewhere.
Perhaps we should be stealthy in our approach, since there seems to be a lot of bloodshed, or at least quiet, since we are Wizards of Thay.
And with your...
Huh?
All right, with your passive perception of 17 and 19, Maligard, you feel like the blood was spilled not particularly recently, like surely within the last day, but not within the last few hours.
Okay, let's just stroll right in. I think the scene's pretty cold.
You do what you want. I'm just here to provide information. Are you just rolling right up into it?
Well, I share the information with everyone.
yeah, I mean, we can't afford to screw around too much with the undead coming.
Yep.
So as you come over a little rise and move past some rocks, and are you strolling or are you moving quietly? Because I heard both, and I just want to know.
And
Moving quietly.
All right.
We have these fancy cloaks. So
Checks. You do have cloaks and boots of elven kind that do not require attunement slots if you want them.
and those are definitely providing us with something.
They're
They
providing
give
you
us-
with advantage.
advantage. You probably have disadvantage from your breastplate or your half plate. But it didn't stop me from getting a stellar roll. I can even hear
Wow.
myself think.
Yeah.
I also got a stellar roll.
Yeah, you did great,
Owen
Owen.
and I
Yeah.
got up and
That was
high
pretty
five.
amazing. I give you that.
Super good.
So it's interesting. I've learned something that on D&D Beyond, if you have advantage and disadvantage on something, if you click on it, it'll ask you to toggle which type you would like to roll as to advantage, disadvantage, or normal.
Very considerate.
Yeah, no, very well
Nice,
designed.
actually.
That. All right, so it looks like Victor, Wildfire, and Malagar are pretty sneaky, but Belwyn and Ross are not.
So our enemies will think we're a party of 3,
Mm.
but
Yes.
or a party of 2, but surprise!
We've hidden our numbers.
It is because I'm trying to act as human as lizardly possible. So, but like I'm trying to sneak like a human would.
Would you stop that, Ross? Ugh.
Why don't you just sneak like a Saurian killer?
So as you go over this little rise and you can see past some rocks, you see a couple of red cloaked and robed people who are clearly taking what looks like a short rest.
Ha, suckers!
I was
Kill
gonna say,
them!
we know what to do about that.
Kill
One
them with
is
fire!
smoking they're talking, and one is smoking a pipe, and the other is reading a book and kind of making comments. You can't really hear what they're saying from here because you're still like 100 feet away, and there's swords in front of you. But at their feet are the bodies of a squad of red-robed people and some tougher fighter types that look like they might have been bodyguards.
Wait, are they
their
dead?
bodyguard? Yeah.
Oh, they're super dead.
So we've got a group of red-robed wizards with a group of red-robed wizards dead at their feet.
Yep, and they seem completely unconcerned.
Well, I think I realized why I'm not a good sneaking. I see this and I just say, "Well, that's not good."
What are there? At least on the ones that are upright, any iconography that indicates the school of magic they follow should be pretty obvious, even from.
I mean, they do have gold markings on their skulls, and they do have certain arrangements of stoles and badges of color on their robes and designs that go different ways.
Which
Perhaps an Arcana check could maybe.
Sure.
Okay, so those are definitely all Red Wizards of Thay. The ones on the ground clearly belong to the schools of Conjuration and Transmutation. And the two folks sitting there and chatting are wearing the markings of the School of Enchantment.
Well, I guess our little bluff isn't working in this situation.
Well, I don't know. We're far enough away. Can't you change what seeming has so that we're all?
Ooh, that would be pretty hot.
Yep, I can.
So the question is, what is Wildfire going to change us to, though?
Isn't that always the question?
Yes. Because he's got a couple choices.
Well, I know what I don't want to be.
Well, yeah. Please don't make us conjuration-y or double down on it.
Yeah, so it's
Or maybe-
Conjuration and Transmutation laid out dead,
We're the Red
and
Wizards of
Enchantment sitting upright and chatting.
we're the Red
Unless
Wizards
their
of Thay.
writ is only to murder one set of each.
We are the Red Wizards of Thay from the Universal Magic School.
Yeah, no, that died in 2nd edition, friend.
What? We're from the 10th school. We're Red Wizards of Dunamancy.
Ooh.
No, hang on. Give me glasses. We're Red Wizards from the 10th school. You probably hadn't heard of us yet.
So that would definitely get us attacked.
Okay, so I will turn us into enchantment
All right.
group then, right? Because they're the group that are standing. So
No, it's a good. Yeah.
I mean, they're sitting on some rocks nearby. One has just opened a pack and pulled out something and is eating it. Some sort of snack.
Death sticks.
And we're assuming they don't know everyone from the enchantment school already.
Yeah. I mean, they're big schools. That's not a crazy thought.
Yeah, we're the class of Fuck, what year is it? Son of a bitch!
Don't act like it has nothing to do with you, Belwyn. You're the face.
94?
Hey, we're the school of, 87. We graduated a couple of years later than you did.
Ooh, are we the spunky freshmen that are coming in and are just badasses at everything as long as we work hard and have friendship on our side?
Right, until the seniors just punk us anyways because they can.
I love this anime.
Okay.
Wait, this what?
Okay, so you have dressed up in sigils that indicate you are from the School of Enchantment as well.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, so remind me what I know about the internal politics page, which is probably not a ton.
So there are Zulkirs, one for every
Yep.
school of magic. Currently, Zastam, a powerful lich, and the head of the School of Necromancy, is the top dog in all of Fae. He has blackmailed, threatened, browbeat, broken, or killed any Zulkir, which is what they're called, that is the head of a school that has balked him. Having said that, none of them love him.
Sure.
And any or all of them would love to absolutely crush his phylactery and do away with him.
The Zulkir that we were facing off against directly was which one?
So the
one...
Zulkirs of Conjuration and Transmutation were the ones that Garneau the Tiefling had uncovered this plot to recover the mythal of the Singing Sands.
Maybe Transmutation is the right choice then.
Like I said, it was Conjuration and Transmutation on the floor here.
Interesting.
So obviously there's a Zulkir of Enchantment. You got a 17 on your roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the Zulkir of Enchantment is a guy named Lazoril, and his shtick is unknown, but he has been around a real long time. Like Zastam has got known history for 1,000 years, and is known to be undead. Lazoril has 200 or 300 years of history. He's human, like any of the Thayans are, but also is known to be 200 or 300 years old, which is not something that you can do as a human.
Right.
But he sure looks human, so
sure.
He hates Zastam something fierce, and the sentiment is absolutely returned. He and Zastam and he are playing a kind of a Cold War nuclear chess to see which one can outfox the other one and get him thrown out. Of that. Lazoril is too powerful for Zastam just to kill.
Both of those, all the options we have direct knowledge of are awful at this point. Because being of their group is awful. Being of the two dead group seems like a bad idea.
There are plenty of other schools of magic.
Sure.
Yeah, I was supposed to say we could do a different school, like we do like divination or something.
Just kind of roll the dice.
Right, we're an innocent third party.
Well, we don't have too much time to think about it, so Wildfire,
Yeah. I mean, if I wait 7 minutes, I'll have a whole week to think about it. So, I mean, I can probably song and dance for 7 more minutes.
Filibuster.
No. Yeah, do something. So, okay, Paige, what? Like, I'm trying to pick one. Like, I have a 17 on my roll. I'm trying to pick one that is I think will allow us to, because functionally, I just don't want to have any Imperial entanglements, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, of the Zulkirs, do I know one who's kind of like
Switzerland?
Yeah, more Switzerland-y than the other ones right now in the current set that I'm aware of.
Sidebar, quick sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
So talk amongst yourselves because I'm going to talk to Paige on mute.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord! What?
Okay.
He's abusing his power.
I don't even understand why I am insulted by this.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a gross abuse of his abilities.
Wait a minute,
Right?
everybody. This is a perfect. Okay, so So
Yeah.
the new thing that I've got is the prediction tool. What are Ben and Paige discussing?
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that.
Something sneaky.
Yeah.
And we can certainly ask our audience which way they want us to go. I mean, right now all the options are bad, but
Mhm.
you know,
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's probably more on target. Let's see. This is a good. Let's make the audience decide.
They might say like conjuration though, because they just want to say throw down.
just lay
Yeah,
us
just-
out. Well,
Way,
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
way to take that responsibility and just push it right onto our viewers.
Well, we reserve the right to refuse things. It'd just be interesting to see if they're just rooting for our imminent doom.
that's true. It's
Surely
always
we
good to
can.
know.
Surely we can take 2 wizards.
All right, so the options are: what school should we disguise ourselves as? We've got
The 7
conjuration.
schools.
Well, I
Yeah.
can only do
Sorry
2
about that.
options. So conjuration.
You're not sorry at all.
So there's exactly 2 people that have written about they in the modern edition.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's. I don't know if the Fae supplement is out. Let me go check DM's Guild.
Yeah, but for a long time, Ben was the only writer who had officially, for Wizards of the Coast, written something about they, and I needed to make a quick Zolkir check.
Meh, 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 meh.
I am Groot.
It is not out yet, so it appears as if I am still the only person in 5th edition that has written it. But my
Is
good
there
friend
not a
Alan-
DRW that came after you?
there are, but none of them took place in Thay.
Oh, yeah.
But Alan Patrick and why can I remember his name? I can see his face. The Game Holcon guy,
Alex Cameron.
Alex Kammer. Yes, good friends.
Friend
One
of
of
the
which
show.
whose name I remembered. The other one, who is near and dear to my heart, whose name I forgot, are writing a book on Thay for 5th edition, but it's not out yet. So I still get to reign supreme for a few weeks longer.
That, I don't think that'll be an official Wizards of the Coast product.
Yeah, but he's
don't know.
allowed to respect his friends.
Yeah. But anyhow, I just need to make sure I wasn't conflicting with something somebody else had written.
It's fine. Joe was dithering anyway.
All right. So, enchantment is Lazural. Tasenka is conjuration, so that is transmutation. You dealt with those before. Necromancy is Zastan. So it leaves you with divination, abjuration, evocation, and illusion. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Illusion.
God damn it. Abjuration, conjuration, divination. No, there are only 8. I'm not sure why I said 9. Okay, so I have them all then. So divination, abjuration, evocation, and illusion. Ron, would you like to use that 20 to think about one of these other schools?
I mean, I don't think I can counsel Wildfire in this situation. He's kind of making a snap call as we come over the hill.
That is entirely fair.
So I got a 17 page. Tell me what I know.
The Zolkir of divination is everybody's best friend, known to be quite gregarious and classy, but an absolute terror because he tends to act when he has perfect information, which as a champion of divination, that is something he do.
Right.
The Zolkir that is for the School of Abjuration is rarely seen. She is super reclusive, and not much is known about her, except that she is very old.
Sure.
Very reclusive. The Zolkir of Evocation, so that position has been recently vacated in a rather large magical explosion. And so there is a new person that is the Zolkir of Evocation, and the whole school is in disarray. You do not know their name. So the Zolkir of Illusion theoretically changes every year. Unfortunately, people are pretty sure it's been the same people multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And not a whole lot of information gets out about that. Like the most recent Zolkir was a Triton which is not something that happens in Thay. And so that was kind of a thing.
Sure. Thus far, I'm liking Evocation the best. Given it's in disarray, we could be a little confused and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Okay. Of these, you know that the Zelkir of Illusion is actually a staunch ally of Zastan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Evocation. I think that's the best option. That will allow us the most role-playing flexibility, I think. So.
Got it. All right, so you quickly change the arrangement of stripes on your bear scalps and markings on the stoles around your red robes to match those that you remember from the School of Evocation. And as you walk over the rise, I guess you're going over there to say hello to these people, right? As you walk over the rise, the two wizards startle. One grabs a staff, the other one pulls a wand out of seemingly nowhere.
On the other hand, loot.
And you'll have to find out what happens next week on Feats.
No.
We'll have to find out how Joe's decision has killed us all.
Yeah, I mean, I think going for the skull that's in the weakest position, so that they just attack us.
Well, see, it's kind of funny because you know what? We should discuss this
On
Oh yes,
yes, for our porch
the
flag.
porch flag.
Okay,
Our after
well,
show.
in that case, we should probably do our outro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, friends, for joining us on this adventure. Please, if you would, we're trying to grow our audience, so let your friends know what fun stuff we're doing and tell them to join us. Thank you, chat, for inspiration, literally and figuratively. We love having you with us. We'd like to thank our listeners and supporters, particularly Coda.
Well, we don't have any new subscribers this week. However, just again, thanks to all of our chatters, Also Tiger, Kurgosh, Astral Lady, everybody who joined us in chat and tried to participate in our predictions. Thank you.
Astral Lady, that's someone new. I don't think I know them yet. Cool. All right, so we're going to have our porch lag here in a minute, but after the porch lag, we're raiding to... Are we raiding tonight, Coda?
We are. I do have to see if our channel is online, so I'm going to be working on that while we do our porch lag.
All right, well, we're raiding to someplace fun after this is over.
And do remember, not this Friday and Saturday, but the following Friday and Saturday, the 16th and 17th, is Renegade Con online, where you can learn about the G.I. Joe, the role-playing game core book that Paige and I, along with Ryan Costello, designed. And they'll also be premiering information about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game and the Transformers role-playing game. So tune in for that. There's a sign-up that is in our chats. And there'll be exciting things all afternoon on Saturday, and I think all day, or all afternoon on Friday, and all day on Saturday.
Yep.
So...
All right, so be looking forward to that. Please join us next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to see what happens next, and follow us
to
adventure!